Hello, welcome to Tile Coach. I'm Isaac Ostrom. I'm a licensed tile and general B contractor in Northern California. Thank you for watching another video. So today I am installing some LED lighting on these floating shelves, and it's so cool that I figured I would make a video on it and show you how it's done. So I'm going to show you. So we've already done these two. We have 6 more of these floating shelves. So what these floating shelves are, we custom made them. I had my friend Junior with Hagen & Sons weld up these, basically they're holders for the glass shelves, and the glass, we had this glass custom cut, tempered 1/4-inch glass. We had that custom cut to fit in the track here. So we got that, so we had to put these into the rough framing, which was pretty cumbersome. I mean, it took, what did it take, Zach? Took us about a day to get these all lined up perfectly, because the studs, the studs were kind of doing wiggly things. We had to get these all in plane, all level with each other, so getting these brackets in was kind of tough. But we got that done. Sheetrock tile, this is a limestone from Sonoma Tile Makers, and it's kind of got like a chattering on the top. They kind of just chiseled the top, and it's really beautiful. Slight variation so you can see the different stones. Natural stone is just so nice. We don't use it a whole lot anymore because people want porcelain, but this limestone is beautiful for a backsplash. So I'm going to show you how we put these lights in. And what we have here, these are LED strip lights, and we got these from FlexFire LEDs. If you do go to FlexFire, if you call them up, make sure you tell them the Tile Coach sent you, so maybe they give me a little kickback at some point. But they don't pay me anything. I'm not sponsored by them. I've just used FlexFire LEDs. They're an American company. They're based out of Los Angeles, so it's really easy to communicate with them. They pick up the phone if you have any questions, and they will help you design whatever you need. So yeah, give me a little plug if you talk to them. And we have it paired up with these Zurich electronic dimmers, and these are a little different than the magnetic drivers that I used on the shower niches. And if you haven't seen those videos, because I've done the same thing to light our shower niches in our tiled showers, I'll put the link to those videos in the description so you can see them. But I was using a magnetic driver. These are electronic. They're a little more stable under really low wattages, and so that's what we're using on this. I think, Todd, what are we using? Are we using the 120 or the 60 on this one? Oh, we got a 60.
Using a 60 on this.
Yeah, so we got a 60 watt. Again, I think they go 3.5 watts per foot on the lighting. That's how much at full power. So you got to kind of calculate, match it up. So we're going with the 60 watter, and so yeah, those are the components. Basically, we got the LED light strip, we got the driver, and oh yeah, and this is a 12 volt driver. They come in 12 and 24. This is a 12 volt system, and so we pre-ran our 16 gauge. This is a 16-2 speaker wire. Todd informed me we probably could have gone less, maybe like an 18 or a 22 gauge maybe even, but the 16 is pretty heavy duty, and so basically we pre-ran this. We got to drill a hole in here to get the wire down, and we'll get started here. So first thing we're going to do is drill this hole. Okay, so here's our brackets, and actually we already got the glass in down there. I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to use make a pilot hole with this. I think this is like a 1/8 inch bit, something like that. And I'm gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna step up to a 1/4 inch bit. It's important to use good drill bits if you're drilling steel like this. And now I'm going to try to go at an angle so that the wire, when it's routed, and whenever you're working with these, it's also nice to have some play in your wire so that if you can make it a little longer and then push the wire back in. This one doesn't have much play, so we're gonna have to, I got about an inch of play there, but. Oops. Let's check. Okay, so I got a nice angled hole there. Okay, so now that I got the wire, I'm just going to route this down. So now that I got the wire under it, I'm going to mark where I want it to be. So again, it would be a lot easier if I was able to do my soldering down here and then put the wire back in. And this also could have been done like before we even tiled. Would have been a lot easier to do all these connections and then run the wire, but I did it kind of like I was doing tile work where, you know, you have to tile around it and then trim it out. So you can do it either way, but this is definitely a little harder to do. Make sure to turn off the dimmer too before you cut wires. So Todd, did these have a fuse or anything if you were to touch the wires?
Usually it's an electronic fuse that'll reset in the transformer. So
Okay.
if you do trip it, you could blow up the transformer. Most likely it will reset once you turn the power off and turn it back on.
Okay, okay, cool. So will you just hit the dimmer switch behind you there? Okay, so now our power is off. And you know, we're working with low voltage, and in my other videos I got a lot of people really concerned about, you know, really worried about using electricity near water. And I mean, these voltages are so low that, I mean, like this was hot and I cut it and it just dimmed the lights a little bit. You can touch them together. I've taken these wires when they're hot, put them in a cup of water. I mean, nothing happens. It's such a low voltage. So I'm not telling you to do stupid things, but it's definitely different than working with high voltage. So I got my wires about where I'm going to need them. So again, I don't have much to work with here. I'll be able to push a little bit back in. So now I can cut them together. So yeah, that's not much to work with here. This is one of the trickier ones. My other ones, like this one, they have a ton of play. You can see I can push a bunch back in the wall, but this one got binded up in here when Steve was setting the tile, and it's okay, we'll make it work. Got my wire stripper. Glasses too, kind of sucks. Getting old sucks, man. All of a sudden things get blurry. Like, what the hell? Okay, so I just stripped enough of the wire off there that when I hold my wire up like that, and you got to make sure that see, we got positive on one side, negative on the other, so you got to make sure your red and your white. This is DC, it's not AC, so polarity matters. I might just take off. And one thing, so you can cut these LED strips at any point along these copper, so I could cut here, 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 here. I'm actually going to go, I don't know if you can go there, I'm going to go right here, cut that off. And I like to give myself, when I cut it on the back end so that I have more surface area for the solder to stick to. So what I do, I got my soldering iron here. One thing, Todd, our electrician friend, turned me on to this. This is actually flux for soldering, which helps a lot. I'd never used it before. I'm just going to put a little bit of flux on either terminal here, and that's going to help that solder bite. And then I'm also going to put some flux on here. So there. So what I do beforehand is I always get a dollop of solder, and this is just a nail plate. This is a nail plate that I use, and this will help keep things, it'll help keep your strip from moving around and being a pain in the butt. So I get a good dollop there. So I put a couple nice little dollops on here. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here. Okay. So that's ready to go. One thing I forgot is we have some shrink wrap. I have two different sizes of shrink wrap. I have a big one that's going to slide over my solder connection on here, and I got a smaller one that what that's going to do is just cover up my red and black wires up here. So we got, so I'm going to slide this on. Hopefully it'll still fit. Yep, there we go. So I slide that little shrink wrap up. And then Zach, I think we'll have to put her on a tripod now to get this. So. Okay, so now that we got the little dollops, we're gonna do this, and you're just gonna want to press down on them. You need that's all you need. So you basically need something to keep pushing down, and another person holding really helps. There we go. Okay, so that's done there. So now I'm going to slide the heat shrink down over those. We're going to go right about there. now I got another piece of heat shrink here. I'm gonna put that over and just make sure I don't cover the last diode. Oh, and okay, so now that we got the heat shrink on here, I'm going to go ahead and peel off the double-sided sticky tape. And then these guys, just, I'll start right here. So one thing to note is that I left the same amount of space here as I did on the other end, so that the light is even coming down. So. Ready? Okay, so before we put the glass in, I got these little rubber bumpers, obviously to cushion the glass against the metal. So I'm just going to put these. These have double-sided sticky tape as well. You know, there's a correct term. I think it's pressure sensitive adhesive, not double-sided sticky tape. So I'm gonna put one in each corner. And if you're in the Sacramento area and you need some custom, metal fab work like this, look up Hagen and Sons. That's Hagen, H-A-G-E-N. And Larry Jr. is who you want to talk to. He's awesome. He just has a passion for the craft of what he does. And I just love supporting people like that. They really love what they do and aren't afraid to work hard and go get it. So I got those, and I got the glass shelf. So yeah, I ordered these from Cardinal Glass. Quarter-inch tempered. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on here. And the wire fits right underneath the glass there, so got a really sleek, clean look here. So there you have it. I thought this was just a cool little project. Again, we're up here in Lake Tahoe on the Tahoe house where I've done a bunch of other work. We moved a 900-pound bathtub up into the bathroom, which was really cool. It took 6 of us and a great all to get it up to the 2nd story. I'll put those links in the description if you want to see those, but this is an amazing house. Right on the lake, beautiful view. We did a massive fireplace. We did, the fireplace goes all the way up to a 17-foot ceiling. It's a quartzite, appropriately named Tahoe Blue Satin is the name of the quartzite. And all mitered edges, book matched, incredible job done by our fabrication company. We did a nice island with, again, mitered edges, waterfalled edges, so all the seams match up. So really incredible house, and these shelves just fit in so nicely. I mean, sleek, modern, and beautiful, functional at the same time. So yeah, maybe it's a cool idea. Maybe if you're thinking for how to make some floating shelves, maybe this will help you out. I hope it did. And yeah, good luck trying it if you do. And yeah, last but not least, I love you guys. I love being your tile coach. We'll see you on the next video.